Hello. Yun. Good afternoon, sessionistas and photogs, and welcome to Photogs Life. My name is Chris Calumberan, and I am the chief photographer and founder of Chris Calumberan FZE. Um, right. So please visit our websites and visit our socials. Our links are down below. Our topic for today, shall I say, it's a very interesting topic. Right. So okay. Okay, it's nice to have. It's really nice to have a technician, a sound technician, soon. Once we have our new studio fixed, we will definitely have all these soloist type of live coverages once we get all our resources fixed. Anyways, wow, what a week. It's another Thursday and it's 3 p.m., 3:16 p.m. here in UAE in Dubai, and I'm very happy. We are again going towards the another Friday, and wow, another class. This time it's gonna be the challenge. This time it's gonna be the last class that we have. We're going to have a mini challenge for the students, and we're going to have also a mini exhibition. Basically, it is a on the spot photography challenge, and we will be having some guests, some friends of ours who are coming from different locations, and they are going to coach our students how to have a really climactic image that will going to be judged by our panelists, including myself, and really excited and happy for looking forward for this session on Friday, 27th. And another thing would be, okay, maybe let's talk about what will be our topic for today. Our topic: three basic types of competitive advantages. Wow. Okay, yeah, that's correct spelling. Three basic type of competitive advantage. Wow. Man, what does it have to do? Is there anything to do with photography? It has a lot of things to do in photography. Because we are in the playing field. We are in a playing field where we are competing with each other. And I would like to address this um, somehow to our fellow photographers and fellow artists or fellow entrepreneurs, perhaps, that you know knowing these things is rather a treasure that we can share between each others, and will make or will create a very shall I say, healthy competitive environment. before we go further, I would like you to watch our intro page. Cheers. Very good. So, what what do I mean when it comes to three basic competitive um, what does it mean about these competitive advantages? I mean, having the competitive advantages, also knowing these things guides us how we would be able to be, well, competitive. Yes, competitive in the marketplace. Also, how we are making some sort of a direction in our business, and also guiding ourselves for possible just an additional knowledge for us to use in our business throughout, basically, so that whoever have the chance to hear this would have, of course, knowledge, the advantage, the definition of what competition is, what it takes to have a healthy competition. So let's start. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I'm excited, man. Very good. So, number 1, cost. Um this is a really big challenge, costing. It's massive in a sense that if we compete with pricing, alone, um it's not, somehow, for me, it's not healthy to compete with pricing, because you know what happens is, when once we're competing with pricing, you're charging this much, and suddenly your competitor charge a fraction of what you charge, and suddenly you discover, or you realize that your clients are getting fewer and fewer. You low down your prices again, and then suddenly, until nothing is left when it comes to profit, until nothing is left, you know this is a dilemma somehow that we face from time to time. Well, n- somehow, in a sense, it's at the moment, there is an issue when it comes to costing, when it comes to pricing, because we do not have that standardized costing here in our, in the place that we are in our host country. Most of the time, there is like it's kind of like a guesstimate. Shall I say? It's a guesstimate situation for us, especially freelancers. And most of the time, we based it on our, uh, what you call this, in either the states or in UK, the pricing, where you have the first year of the photographers, the as masters, and then you have the second, professionals, and then you have the, the middle pricing, and then you have the amateurs and the hobbyists, or the starting pricing. you know um it's basically having like the three or four stages of the pricing, estimations. Most of the time, I stick with the middle tier. I stick with the, I'm not too expensive and I'm not too cheap, kind of pricing. But the battle of the costing, or the battle of the prices, will not result in a good competition, because we end up killing each other's businesses, because if someone is charging a fraction or a quarter of the price that I am charging, most of the time, the clients who are only looking for cost will go to that client. But me, I'm not worried about it, because there are a lot of clients there who are looking and not basing their price, who are uh, not basing their project because of the price. It's only like a fraction of the reason why they are looking for pricing. That's the thing. So for me, the best way to to have a competitive advantage would be having the USP. What is USP? This guys always have, always been um a difficult what do you call this question for myself whenever I'm being asked, what is your USP, what is the your unique selling proposition. um it's quite difficult to answer initially, because when you are new in the industry, you tend to be within the same situation as of the others. You become similar with others. There sometimes, you lack the differentiation between the others. What makes you different, what makes you shine, what is your reason why I need to choose you, what is your unique selling proposition. I just attended a cigar tasting last night, which I was very inspired of. It's Mr. Jose Pedron, the son of Jose Pedron, who is the founder of this Nicaraguan cigar. Um, and it the story makes them unique, although they share almost the same stories of those founders, hard work, passion. And what makes them unique is the story that they have, and the passion that they give, and the decisions that they made through all the years. That makes them unique. The story, your product story, your unique selling proposition can be your product itself, or the way you put story with that product that you are selling. That could be a unique selling proposition, a differentiation between your competition, your community, this market. What makes you unique. That's the thing. Number 3, last but not the least, the people. Wow, this I am big on. People, the people who I work with, myself, the people who I work with, that I share the same values that I have, that I practice, your work ethics, how you communicate or deliver to your client, how you are able to say, treat do you treat a project. Do you accept a lot of project in one time, or are you the kind of photographer who accept a lot of project in one time? In a week, you accept a lot of projects. You accept probably say 12 projects, and because you charge too low, that you have that volume. Are you that kind of person? Are you that kind of photographer? In my end, what I decide is to standardize my price, stick to my price, and try to get at least the least jobs that I can take in a week, so I can focus on that project. I mean, having 2 or 3 projects in a day is also a good problem, but in my case, I wouldn't recommend it, because I know for a fact that I the clients that I have, they expect me to do it for them. They expect me to cover for it. They expect me to be in the location. There are some occasions that I may need to hire a different team to cover it, but it's very seldom, because The client knows the integrity that I have, the management that I create, or the quality that I deliver. What I do is, if I have a team that would work with the project, is I choose that team very, very carefully. And I don't want to have, or to end up having, a mediocre product with lack of professionalism. For me, professionalism comes first. For me, um, work ethics comes first. The Because if you have that kind of value, if you practice that kind of value, the listening or the absorption of the brief, or the understanding of the brief, comes easily, because you don't have the attitude. These people, or the team that I have, doesn't have the attitude, and they are open minded when it comes to receiving the brief. They are open minded when it comes to receiving the brief, meaning to say, it will not be hard for them to um to understand what the client really wants, or what the client really needs. And yeah, which is a very, very important um factor for me. So now, yes, so those are the three basic types of competitive advantage. You have the cost, you have the unique selling proposition, and you have the people that you work with. And for what will be, for you, what's your strength? What's your strength between these three? What do you think, and also what do you think that you should do, or what do you think that you should uh, develop more between amongst these three types of competitive advantages? Please share us your thoughts. Please, I would like to hear from you. If you have any questions or reactions, or suggestions, you are welcome to do so. And yeah, that's it. Thank you very much for having me again. This is Chris Calumberan. I am the chief photographer and founder of Chris Calumberan FZE. Please follow our socials. I will put the links down below. And thank you very much for joining us. Cheers.